So in this video, I want to quickly cover, and got this on here, how I turned a 4-minute errand into a 4-mile walk. That's right, a 4-minute attempt, which I successfully completed, which was simply throwing away garbage a block away from where I live, like literally walking distance. And then I decided to stretch that 4 minutes into a 10-minute walk, which literally entailed making laps around the general area. And let me know if this has ever happened to you where you just kind of decided it was unplanned and you started walking more than you expected. So that 10 minutes turned into 20 minutes. It was after 9 o'clock last night, and I'm going to throw up my stats. You can take a look at it. I had an amazing night where I got lost in my thoughts. In fact, drowned and entrenched in my vision. I have many visions and plans that I am executing on right now, such as this channel. I also have a faceless channel, and I have actually two faceless channels, and this one here, and I have a music channel. So the goal was to at least get to my 10,000 steps last night, which I easily did. So at 9 o'clock, I think I was at around 8,000 steps or so, 8,500 steps. And here's where I realized there's a trick that your mind plays on you. You know, no matter how tired you are, you can always give a lot more than you think, and you undermine yourself, or you're just simply being lazy. Or if you're like me or most, you procrastinate and you talk yourself out of a situation, such as the simplicities and the beauties around walking. So what I was trying to do is, we've all been there, right? You haven't done your 10,000 and you sort of try to cheat code your way and walk in your hallway and your living room and go up the stairs and down. While that's all great and that's very functional, very practical, I knew that I had way more left in my gas tank. Considering the night before, I went out with my girlfriend. We had an amazing date night. But I didn't sleep well the following day. I wouldn't say I was really drunk. I just had a hard time. At an older age, it's harder to recover. Let's put it that way. So I felt every bit of that lack of sleep, and then your concentration levels impact also the choices you make with your food, your diet. Right? We all tend to reach for sugar. What is the quickest path to resistance that can give me pleasure now? Sugar. I mean, hands down, right? Cookies, chocolate, donuts, sweet. We all crave it, especially when we don't sleep. So, I was half-assing my steps, trying to get to crawl to 10,000. And so what I did is, as I said, F it. I threw my garbage. I looked at my tracker, my Apple Watch. I was already at probably 9,000. It says, let me just get to 10,000. So you play tricks with your mind. Your brain says one thing, but you have to do the opposite sometimes, where I didn't just surpass 10,000. I smashed past it. I could have done 20,000. That's not the moral and the point of this video, is that when you start realizing the power of walking and the joys around the antidepressant elements and chemicals it induces, I don't think you'll ever look back. I've been doing this since 2020, meaning that there was a lot of time on our hands in 2020 when the lockdown happened, and I found myself I became an avid walker, and through that I self-discovered myself. The self-discovery, the journey of walking and unraveling the pieces to your puzzles. And it's not so much the demons that come out, it's as you walk, I've realized that my body is just built up this amazing resistance to 10,000, where 10,000 steps is not enough. I need more. That's crazy, huh? I need more. And I feel it around the 12,000, 13,000 mark steps. And so once I get to 12, 13,000 is where I find the magic starting to happen with my body, you know, and 4 minutes turn into 4 miles and over. So I spend an hour and I have a nice track in here within my complex that I made several rounds and I got lost with time. My headphones, I always listen to YouTube. I spend a lot of time on YouTube listening to my favorite podcasts, motivational speeches, and how to do this, how to do that, and mix it up with some different kinds of music, meditation music. And it's also a segue into a better sleep night. It induces sleep. So if you want to talk about killing one bird with two stones, or killing, yeah, I think something else. I'm not going to edit this. I'm going to leave it in there. You guys complete this for me. But that's what happens. It's like, so when you go back home, when you go back inside, you've already started your circadian rhythm. I'm not looking at my phone the whole time. I'm not actually. I'm taking advantage of the ambient lighting around me, the noise of the trees, the wind. I know it's getting a little colder, but that doesn't stop me from reaping the benefits of actually walking, right? So once I smashed past the 10,000, like, it didn't take me to complete my 10,000, didn't take me a whole lot, but the magic really started happening when I just kept going. And I think I ended up close to 18,000 steps, give or take, about 9 miles last night. I mean, that's phenomenal. I'm not asking you to do that. I'm just asking, can you give more, right? Are we really stuck on that 10,000 mark? Is that psychological? I think it is. I like seeing 5 digits. I don't like seeing nine. I don't like seeing 4 digit steps I've completed, like 9,200. I like 10,000 and then some. 10,000, 11,000, and then some. 12,000. So that's the point. So I surprised myself last night that, hey, a lot of times I've actually talked myself out of these walking therapy sessions that really benefit you. And if you're not a fan of working out, and if you're struggling to lose weight, if you're struggling to manage your calories, if you're struggling to really get back on track, I just say walk, like literally walk. You got 2 feet. You were designed to move. You were designed to go from point A to point B, point C, point D. It's a journey. Your feet, right? It's a vessel. Your body is a vessel, a vehicle, right? Your mind tells it to go. So you have to fight the voices within and go against the grain. So practice visually looking at your tracker, your counter, your steps, right? Um, and then plan and psych yourself out of those statistics that you can do better. You want to be better. And once you complete and start seeing the statistics sort of go off on your phone and the summary, you'll start to psychologically really lock in. I'm at a stage where I don't really need it, but when I need to get derive motivation, I go right in there. I look at the statistics, and that drives me. But I also know there's an inner calling. It says to me that, hey, you need to walk, you need to complete this task, and you need to make time for it. So I'll end this video by saying, just remember, all the stress in any given day, and we all have it. Toxins, it induces toxins. It creates these chemical reactions in our body, whether it be relationships, arguments, toxic matters at work, whatever situations, we all endure stress and it goes somewhere. What better way than to walk it out? Walk it out, walk it out, like the song. But really, what better way than to walk it out? And that's why I call this feat of mine yesterday, 4 minutes into a 4 mile evening, was amazing. And we can always give more than what we, discount ourselves or fall short of. Each and every one of you can give more. So just baby steps at a time. All right? Mama out.